Let's go through all of the procedures I have had so far. This is probably my most requested video. So I've always been very open about the fact that I have had several surgeries and cosmetic treatments done. Like, yes, I'm fake, but at least I'm being real with you about it. So let's get into it. Most obviously, I have had a breast augmentation. I have actually had 3 breast augmentations. My original breast augmentation was my first ever procedure, and that was in 2016. So I was 23 and I had 450cc implants under the muscle. So this was before and after my first boob job. I was incredibly flat chested, and like even with small implants, it wasn't like a huge difference. Like you wouldn't really have been able to tell if I like hadn't told you. 2 years later, in 2018, I had to go back and get my boobs redone and fixed. And I also got a rhinoplasty and a chin implant. I can't really show you the difference between the first and second breast augmentation because it wasn't really about size, it was about changing the position. So yeah, they just kind of lifted them up and tried to put them where they were supposed to be, which didn't work. But yeah, that was what my second breast augmentation was for. I've always had a very weak chin. It's something I'm still fighting to this day. So the chin implant kind of helped shape the bottom of my face better. So this is before, and this is after the chin implant. My nose also looked like it curved a little bit off to the side, so I wanted to straighten that out and get a little bit of a like swoop added to it. Here's what my nose looked like before, and here's what it looked like after. I had my third breast augmentation in 2023, which finally fixed all of my issues from the first 2. So I went from 450cc under the muscle to 755cc over the muscle. This is before my last breast augmentations. This is kind of what they look like. And this was after, and as you can see, they are amazing and I love them. Like, I'm not gassing myself up. I'm gassing up my surgeon doing an amazing job. And she did an incredible job. Thank you, Dr. Rose. I've linked her in the description below. The final surgery I had was my BBL, which I had earlier this year in 2025. So they took fat from my waist and stomach and put it in my butt. I always had a really flat butt and hip dips, and now I have a much more hourglass figure and a cute little butt, so I'm really happy with how that turned out. It was definitely the hardest surgery I've done so far. Aside from surgery, I do also have a pretty extensive amount of filler and Botox. If you're going to do filler and Botox, I highly recommend going to a dermatologist who is very knowledgeable and very good at what they do, so that you don't get the adverse side effects of filler and Botox. My dermatologist, Dr. Moon, is a god. His work is absolutely incredible, and I have linked him in the description as well. I've had filler treatment in my upper lip, in my nasal folds, in my marionette lines. I've also had filler put in along my jawline to make it a little bit sharper and to pull back my jaw here at the back. I've had filler put into my cheekbones to try lift a little bit, as well as filler put into my temples to also lift and fill in space on my forehead to help with wrinkles. I also get Botox done in my brow, crow's feet, and in my neck here to prevent my jowls pulling down on the side there. I will typically do my Botox appointments every 3 months or so, and then I will get my filler done once a year, maybe twice a year if I need a small touch-up. This is what my face sort of looked like before I started getting any of the filler treatments done, and this is a fairly recent photo of what my filler looks like now. So it's not overly puffy, it doesn't look overly fake. Like, you can achieve really, really fun results with filler if you are going to somebody that is really good at doing it. But that's everything I've had done for now. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments, and I can try and answer them. Otherwise, I can also try and make another video. Let me know. Bye!